Ciao guys, it's Chelsea back with another vlog. Last weekend, my roommates and I went to Split in Croatia, which is a hop, skip, and a boat ride away. We met at the bus station and we were met by this group Euro Adventures who was planning our whole weekend. And the bus took us to a port where we got on a kind of like a cruise boat, except it was like a really weird cruise boat, more like a motel on the water. And we traveled all night by boat to Split, Croatia. And we actually paid more money to sleep in a cabin with a bed. There were 2 bunk beds in each cabin, and I'm glad I did so, because if I did not, I would have had to sleep in a chair. There was a room on the boat with just rows of what looked like seats on an airplane, and that would have been quite unpleasant. So I'm glad that we went with the cabins, but it was still very weird. I felt seasick almost, which I didn't think that I would. The boat was going like this, and so was I in my bed. I was sliding up and down my mattress in the boat. It was quite strange. But we made it to Split that morning, and we got off the boat, and there were people who the program had found that guided us to their own villas that they rent out. And so my roommates and I got a villa all together, and it was a tall apartment, and 2 of us were in each room. And it was really nice. I was surprised. It was actually really cute. We went whitewater rafting. There was a man, Bruno, who took us from our meeting point in Split to a bus to the bank. He told all of us that we had a choice whether or not we wanted to get wet, which was false. I'll tell you that right now. He's a liar. You're a liar, Bruno. Why? We didn't know that. I thought that I had the choice, or whether or not I was going to get drenched on this trip. We finally get to the bank where we're about to go whitewater rafting, and there's a huge truck full of wetsuits and water shoes and life jackets and helmets. I don't know why, but I was the last one to get a wetsuit. He was looking in his car, looking at the wetsuit, and then passing them out to people. He was kind of doing it by eye, what size wetsuit everybody should have. I don't know why I was the last one, and I don't know why my wetsuit looked different than everybody else's. I must have a weird size. And I was like, who else has worn this wetsuit? I don't know. Do they get washed, Bruno? Do they? Also with water shoes. Who else has worn these? We squeezed those on. Squeezed those on. I thought the jaws of life were going to have to get me out of that wetsuit. I didn't want to ask for another one because clearly there was some discrepancy with which wetsuit I should get. So I wasn't going to ask for a bigger size. So I squeezed into this wetsuit, put on a helmet, put on a life jacket, almost missed the group picture, but I really should have. The group picture would have been better off without me. I was wearing my blue jacket because I was going to be cold and I thought I was going to get wet, so I put the jacket on underneath my life jacket, which made me look even cooler. Let's face it. Our instructor had been doing it for 10 years, so he, I think, needed to spice up every group that he took out on his boat. He was telling us to expect the unexpected, and that struck me as a little weird. I was like, wait, what do you mean, expect the unexpected? And whenever he would say that, I would expect something really weird to happen. There was a word that he told us that he was going to say, and when he said it, we all had to jump in the middle of the boat with our paddles up, because there was a possibility that we'd be flung out of the boat if we didn't do that. And the word was bomba. And he kept saying, when I say bomba, get in the middle of the boat with your paddle up. And we were all like, okay. And when it was calm, we were just paddling, and I was like, what does bomba mean, actually? And he was like, bomb. And I was like, oh, like a bomb, like everybody take cover into the boat. bomba. And we got to jump off of a big cliff, and let me tell you, it looked higher and more dangerous and way cooler in my head than it does in this picture. And obviously, I would get pictures of myself doing probably the coolest thing you could ever do, whitewater rafting. I would get pictures taken of myself like this. I don't know why I thought they were gonna be cooler than that. Even this one, which is like kind of okay, still not so good. But it was really fun. We go back, and the group that we all went with, Euro Adventures, had a meal planned for us at a restaurant. They were just gonna lay out a bunch of food for us for one set cost or something. So we went, and there was some odd dishes. The fish, for example.
It's smiling at me.
It was pretty good. It was only a couple bucks, so I was fine with it. And the next day, we had a boat trip planned where we would go to various islands on a boat. It was kind of chilly that day, but I think we did make the best out of it. We got to stop at different islands, and basically I would just find a cafe where I could warm up and get a cup of coffee. And so we stopped off at this beach where there was a small restaurant which had fish looking up at me again. So I changed to chicken. I was originally fish. I wrote my name down as fish, but then I changed it to chicken, so I could just have chicken and not weird full fish. Anyway, but we had a fire. We made a fire on the beach, and we just hung out. It was, it was nice. It was a big bonfire, so it was pretty cool. A food truck festival that we went to this weekend. It was just a bunch of trucks with a bunch of different food, and we thought that would be fun, so we were waiting in line for, I think, some corn dogs of some type, and we realized quickly that we were supposed to have some kind of receipt. We were looking around, and everybody had this receipt that you're supposed to get somewhere else, and then you go up to the food truck and pay. We're not even sure. So we left the food festival without getting actually any food from the festival, and we got Subway sandwiches instead. But before we did that, we went on some carnival rides because there was a little fair going on, so that was kind of fun. Tonight, I'm going to Cirque Eloise, I believe it's called, with the API program that I'm here with. They set it all up. It's supposedly like Cirque du Soleil, I'm guessing, so that'll be really interesting to see that tonight. I'm expecting a cool show. I'm going to Tuscany this weekend, famous for their wine, and there's supposedly a spa where we're staying, and we get free access to it, so I might pop in there, you never know. I hope I don't pop in there. I might go into the spa and look around, see what I can get, a massage or something like that. So yeah, I'm having a fantastic time, and but I'm starting to miss a lot of stuff. When we were coming here, or when I was going to the meetings for studying abroad, they gave us this diagram that was kind of like a roller coaster, and they told us that we started off at the top where we were really excited to be here, and then we kind of went down when we discovered all of the cultural differences, but then we went up again because we're really still excited to be here, and it kind of came back around. I think I'm starting to slope. I'm still having a really great time, and I love it here, don't get me wrong, but I'm starting to slope. I really miss everybody, and I miss America. I miss Dunkin' Donuts. Until I see you all very soon, probably about a month, I'll talk to you all soon. Cheers! Bye.